I can't hear Malik.
Los Angeles qualifier. I'm Malik Forte, and I'm tag teaming and hosting duties with Puckett. And guys, we're having so much fun here at the Blizzard Arena. We just got done seeing Team Canada do their thing against Team Norway. And you know, while we're at it, why don't we go ahead and look what we have in store for the rest of the day. Up next, we got USA going up against Switzerland. I know that's gonna get this house jumping. This is a lot of red, white, and blue in the crowd right now. And then we're gonna finish off the day with Brazil going up against Austria. That's actually gonna be an interesting match because, you know, Brazil, they need this one to stay in the running. Let's actually look at the standings right now. Team Canada right now has jumped in the lead. I want to remind everybody that this all goes off of map differential. So the Team USA, right now they're sitting in second place, and they very much need to win this match 4-0 to keep themselves up at the top with Team Canada. And of course, Brazil and Norway are at the middle of the pack, and we have Austria and Switzerland down at the bottom. But up next, we do have Team USA going up against Team Switzerland. Everybody at home, please keep those tweets rolling in at hashtag OWWC, and you can be a part of the Fan Pulse event. Your tweet can end up on the broadcast, so keep those OWWC 2018 hashtags going. All right, I got that all out the way. You guys ready for this matchup? How many people are rooting for Team Switzerland? I'm just curious to know. Anybody? We got some Team Switzerland in the building, and of course, Team USA. Go ahead, make some noise for Team USA. All right. Without any further ado, let's get this match going and send it on over to our casters, Similar and Hex.
Thank you, Malik. And that's right.
Yes.
That's right.
That is where we are. That is where we are.
Home turf advantage. That's what's going to happen here.
I suppose it's possible. I don't know how you could root against a country in Switzerland that, well, amongst the highest paid occupation is being a teacher.
Okay, we're gonna get into this. Hex now.
All right, I'm done for now.
Quality of living,
Yeah,
strong economy. Yeah, let's just keep going down the line.
Swiss facts.
Swiss facts. Yes, that's what, I almost did it too. Switzerland is pretty sick. Sweden is as well. That's where I live. But
Yeah, so he got mad at me because I almost called him Sweden. I ran into her in the hallway. She's like, "You almost said Sweden." I said, "Almost."
But I played my American card and I said, "What's the difference?" Okay, then we're gonna go ahead and take a look real quick at the U.S. roster. Who is going to be playing today? Space Muma Sinatra, Zachary. I like him, Zachary, good man. Raucus and Mock. I like that he was dropping some fire.
Yeah, Zachary has some opinions about the video game, as it seems. Some of these guys returning from last year, most notably Raucus and Sinatra. Sinatra had a little bit of nerves last year. I think he got a little out-traced by Sabiobi, but, you know, that happens. Sinatra's been one of my favorite Tracer players since the beginning of time here.
Has Raucus been living out in the Alaskan woods or something, chopping lawn? I mean, look at this beard, Raucus.
It's that combined with being in an 80s progressive rock band. It's the flock of Raucus right there.
Actually, Raucus jumped out of a helicopter. I don't know if you guys realized that, you know, to get to the studio this morning. Yeah.
All right, well, these are the Swiss team that we have seen several times throughout the tournament. A lot of good players on this team. It's just about putting it all together, but they're going to come up against a USA team that's probably pretty angry. There's a map that they dropped against Brazil. Brazil's playing great, right? But that last point on Junkertown, Raucus took a weird position. They felt like it was kind of messing around a little bit, like probably a map that they'd like to have back, but it's not going to matter all that much because they play against Canada head-to-head tomorrow, last match of the day. So if you're here today, make sure you come back tomorrow, both online and in person. But we're going to kick it off. I mentioned my favorite Tracer in the world had been Sinatra. My favorite map in the world remains Lijiang Tower.
So what day is it today? Is it Christmas? Is
it birthday, Christmas. Hex? Yes, it's Christmas, but thankfully, we were talking a little earlier, thankfully it's not Swedish Christmas, because your Santa Claus is terrifying.
Well, this is why I think Swedes are such calm people, right? Because, you know, here you get coal if you're a naughty boy. You know, Santa back then, he's like, no, actually, the naughty kids go in my bag, and then I throw them in a lake or something.
You get put in this,
don't be naughty.
You get put in the sin sack, and if you're good, you get like, you know, you get to look at a moose or something. I don't know. USA is going to come out here on control. Lijiang Tower is going to be at the garden first, the koi pond, as it were, virtual fish. We are truly in the future where virtual fish will swim away from you if you swim towards them.
But can you eat them?
I don't think it will. I don't
Hard to phone
know.
back.
We're into map, folks, and Sinatra is going to be playing Brigida. Zachary is on the McCree. We've got some dive tanks. Rockus on his signature Zenyatta. Very much the same on the other side of things. We've got dive DPS and an Ana on the other side for Switzerland.
Yes, I'm liking it more. Sleeps, please. And not just the eternal deep slumber. You know, just hit those sleep darts, Anna. Scorpion, I'm all eyes watching you. Muma goes in for the initiate, takes a bit of a dive. They are getting a little low here on Switzerland's side. They're gonna have to keep it together here, but the focus fire is too good on USA. They're calling the low targets. They're collapsing on the low targets. They're killing the low targets. It usually goes in that order. And now they're gonna get the point.
In the previous matches, we mentioned that Space might be the best player in America, and I really don't think that you can argue against it. And your argument will be sound, perhaps, so you could always make an argument for Space. One of the best divas in all of the Overwatch League, super aggressive, just come out of nowhere, great humble kid too. And now, this is the old style brought over by some of the teams, most notably probably San Francisco has a much more aggressive style than you're seeing the Sinatra selfless style of, hey, we're gonna hang out outside your door, try to break through
Yes,
us.
deal with it. Deal with it. And I like that Space, you know, he stepped up, got a kill right as you were praising him. Hex, that's usually how it goes. I was talking about Mr. Dragon earlier. He went on to dominate.
Yeah, you're the best.
There we go. Oh, wow. Straight in. Space could go for the lob. Could go for it. There's the Deadeye out in the open, looking for the targets. Not going to find him, Zachary, but it is an opportunity here as the Diva Bomb is going to get thrown out and finds Moth. Where was Moth? How did he not dodge that?
Yeah, oddly enough, Lucios usually don't die to those self-destructs because you have the speed of roller skating power there. Maybe it was a bit on the cooldown, but now they push them all the way to the drop ship. It's just demoralizing.
Yeah, barrier goes up to let Sinatra get away. Attacked. He was definitely up there knocking on the door.
The Remix had to switch over to the Bastion just to present the fear to push them away from the door. Now he's going to have 0% on the Lucio ultimate. They're going to coalesce across the bridge, though. Got to be careful, though. Moth went for that really tricky over-the-edge move to go on the side of the bridge, but they don't see it and knock him off the edge. As Shatter comes down, not finding any kills just yet. Sinatra will be the second to fall for Team USA.
At least one pick. That was a big knock. Lux picked off mid-air. We can get that. Yes, the D-Mech there from Zachary. He's hitting his shots right now. Not quite able to connect with Remix, but Scorpion's getting chunked. And I do admire USA, right? They're like, oh, we'll let you come out to play. Oh, we get to use ults and everything. Actually, no, we're just going to jump right on top of you again as soon as you get out in the open.
They didn't really let him do anything. Switzerland had to switch to a Bastion just to start burning them away from the safety of their spawn room. And now at 97%, only 2 kills on the board for Team Switzerland. And that is how the first round of Lijiang will end.
That's it. A little bit of a grin there. Zachary, Moth, yeah, showing it.
I do like that the USA came out with a style of like, no, we're not going to like mess around and have fun and BM. We're going to dominate. We're going to get them off our server and we're going to move on.
That's exactly what we should be seeing out of one of the best teams going into the World Cup. You don't mess around. This isn't about fun, Hex.
No.
It's fun when you win.
It's also fun to be done at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and go hang out in LA. It's also really fun if you're Team USA.
A little bit of sightseeing. Well, of course, I mean, most of these guys haven't spent a bit of time here.
Yeah.
I mean, they are familiar with the digs in the Burbank studio.
Yeah, but you get out of here, you know, you probably have some World of Warcraft raids to get to, you know, some extra personal PC time. You're gonna go to the control center here, tank heavy for USA.
But this is exactly how it should be played. You just outright dominate. Don't show respect. What's that? No, get out of my server. And so, well, Switzerland, they're having to figure it out right now. There's no mountains to hide behind here, so they're going to have to get the job done. And, well, 2 kills to kick things off for Switzerland. And that's the start that they were looking for.
Yeah, they brought their own mountain with the Mei wall there. You saw it disrupting the early healing from Rockus' Ana. And they're going to be able to take it first back. But, you know, we've seen the Switzerland team play so differently when they have a little bit of confidence. And now that they've gotten control of the point, maybe their style will be a little more aggressive. You're out of spawn, so that goal is met.
Yeah, and now you actually have first cap on the control point. So 10% and counting. There's another wall, perfectly done. Looks just assassinates Muma, and now we get to move on to the rest of the team. Although no fun allowed, of course, when Brigida's on the field.
No fun allowed when Space is out there eating every ultimate anyone throws at him. This man has got to be full at some point. There's got to be just kind of like a vacuum bag inside that Diva that's just overrun with Gravitons and Mayals.
Oh, Shatter, yes, does pick one up and even manages to eliminate Zachary. The rally was going off. Not today. We do get a boost going on Helv, and he's hanging in there with some good healing. Great support. Did keep him alive a bit longer than I thought he would. but eventually Switzerland will win out that fight. 40% and counting, Hex.
Yeah, this one's pretty one-sided. Muma and Space are going to have their ultimates on the tanks to try to open it up, and now we're in a full-on triple-triple for Team USA. Zachary, as I say so, is going to go to like the 2.5.
Yeah.
You know,
He can heal himself.
she's got her own support. You know, May is half a tank sometimes you can call her because of all the area control she can provide with the wall.
Let's see. We will have, yep, the trades. Diva bombs going in left and right. Kiba finds 2. And your boy Space Hex, he gets nothing. Nothing.
He's adopted. It's all right. 4 down. Yeah, Switzerland cleaning up. And as one-sided as Garden was, it's turning out to be just as one-sided on the other side of things.
Hex, you know how this goes, right? The caster curse, there is like a template that we follow. You know, you praise somebody, usually that's where it goes down.
I know where. No praise allowed. Doomfist now out for the U.S. You saw the graphic earlier. The U.S. and Canada have been the 2 teams to really run the Doomfist. Zachary's got his opinions on the fist, and he makes them known with his knuckles.
Oh, yeah. Straight in. Can he touch the point? Yes. Makes it in the nick of time. Rest of his team trying to follow it up. He's going to get boosted up, but he's taken for the long ride. Misses the wall, though, and gets the kills. Look at this. This is where Zachary can just turn it around now. He's just mauling him.
Oh, that's gotta feel so bad as a Reinhardt. You bring him all the way out, then he just punches you in the face for your troubles. All the way with an ultimate now.
In a way, it actually kind of helped him out, too.
Yeah,
He was like, oh, wait, now I'm in position to kill this diva, and, thanks, man. Good looking out.
Just giving him the knuckle music there, too, as well. And here comes the Space Jam. Are you ready to slam? The rest of his teammates clean it up and make it anticlimactic, but combo still hit there. Zachary just crushing right now on the Doomfist. That's a good-looking skin, too.
That is clean. I do like the away skin. Which is fun because we happen to be the States, but Switzerland's got some chunk here.
Yeah, we're playing at the Swiss Embassy at the moment.
There you go. Another punch through. Zachary is going to be able to escape, but now Sound Barrier is out, and he's just going to go to town. All-out aggression with the shatters left and right. Health gets nailed, but Lux is there to trade, so both Rhines are down. No more shields in play. Moth looking to get over that wall. He doesn't care. Straight into the grab, and Sinatra just melting him.
Sinatra kind of slow on the grabs this game, only getting 1 per minute. That is really slow for Sinatra's style. Even before the Overwatch League, was well known for his Zarya flexing from Tracer to Zarya when he had to play King's Row and such. He's always at super high energy, charges Graviton so fast.
And right now he's averaging out 56 energy. Another Meteor Strike already, and yet wombo combo straight up. Let's go in the corner. You got nowhere to go.
That Meteor Strike was just to get out too. That's how versatile that ultimate is. He was at 70 HP, just decides to go for a little ride through the sky, gets himself healed up, finds himself a sleeping Zarya. Will clean that one up as well. And now at 92%, the US has fought back. Switzerland gonna have to find something. They use Barrier to get in.
But the kills are still coming through. You take down the raid boss that is Zachary. That's just not going to be enough. USA having to bring out the big guns. We can give props to Switzerland. They forced USA to start bringing it out and playing seriously. But still, it doesn't change the result that USA will take the first map 2-0.
7 Graviton surge kills for Sinatra when they were able to flip that back. Always at high energy, averaging around 61% average energy. Whenever we saw him, he was at 90 plus. You know, It just takes a while to get there sometimes. Then if you can't fight, it starts taking down. But a nice Zarya performance from Sinatra to be expected. This is what we expected out of Team USA. Get out of my server.
Indeed. Yeah, exactly. I mean, as far as the Swiss are concerned right now, it is going to be them kind of caught reeling because now they haven't won that control point to give them at least a little bit of wind in the sails. So how are they going to go ahead and turn it back on Hybrid? This is going to be our next map. So, I mean, right now they're just getting run into by actual professional Overwatch League players. So that's kind of tough. It's like you're in the little league, you're like, oh, I'm going to go play. And then some guy's just checking you into the wall. It's
right. as much as Team Switzerland was all about like, let's get this goal, let's get that goal, and then let's have fun. I don't care who you are, being in your spawn is not fun. It's not fun to get rocked like that. So you gotta find some sort of composition that's gonna be able to fight against what the USA is given, but the USA seems like we dropped a map, now we're a little bit angry.
This is how it's supposed to be though. is supposed to be force us to take you seriously. We're just going to keep running into you
Yeah.
until you teach us to do otherwise. And so Switzerland right now, they're on the back foot. They have to figure out how to actually get USA to come at them in a real way. USA right now, they did actually have to break out some of the big guns in the Doomfist right on Zachary.
Yeah.
I think that's when he's like, okay, I'll take it a little seriously now, right? So Switzerland have that going for them. Now they just need to be able to handle that level of play and actually get a W.
Yeah, a small victory making them change strats, and a small victory being able to play as well as he did on Control Center as well. I mean, for a while, it was all Switzerland in that kill feed. No surprise that we're going to Kings Row. This is one of Switzerland's favorite maps. So we're going to head over to the Kings Row, which means we'll probably see a lot of what we just saw, especially on Control Center. Control Center being that outlier of Lijiang Tower that plays a little tankier, little close quarters. So Zarya, Reinhardt, perhaps a Brigitte. Wouldn't mind seeing some variation from the US. I know they've got strategies with, the Symmetra into a Reinhardt. That's what Johnny was trying to teach us in the talent takedown. We tried it once, it didn't work, and I was like, nope, let's just do what you're going to do to make us win, because I don't care if I get carried, I want to win.
I mean, Johnny, it's fitting that he's playing a hamster. He is kind of cute. He's got like that
He is,
adorable
yeah.
peach fuzz going and everything.
Cute and then menacing at the same time, because
he's a big guy.
You think?
Yeah, he happens to be a big guy.
Well, you got to resort to some witchcraft here, some demonry as they get the seance going around the DJ box. Those are just people asking with really annoying requests, probably. If you've ever been to a club, there's always that people circling around the DJ booth.
No, yeah, we're not listening to Despacito again. Please stop. No, no, no. Okay, so countdown is nearly done. 20 seconds left. USA, we can kind of gauge what they have in store for us here, seeing as how they are on the defense. And it's been a long time. It's been a long time, but we've got some Soldier 76.
Yeah, perhaps a nod to his old teammate, largely considered one of the better Soldier 76s in the world, but it's in a meta that you need burst damage in, and you really don't have Helix rockets to rely on that. It can be difficult to run the Soldier 76, but USA's feeling pretty comfortable after that performance. It's a decent map for 76. I used to see him a lot on this map, especially because of these little high grounds. He's got sprints to jump over edges, and he can move top to bottom. He's got his own self-healing to help people out. So an interesting composition from Team USA, to say the least, but they're going against, tank-ish and then Mei. And Switzerland has very good performance with the Mei so far.
And we have Shinoda opening it up. Zachary trying to play that Tracer right into a Brigitte. In general, that's a bad idea. And there's why. You're dead.
There's a reason you call her the Tracer Eraser. That's exactly what happens when you challenge a Brigitte too closely.
Well, he's still hanging in this USA right now, just touching the point. Oh, big play here with the Mei wall, cutting off Muma. No way out. He needs to get healed, and it's not going to happen. Great play coming in from Switzerland. They check into the hotel, and they check out when they get the point.
Well, fittingly enough, Hotel California, USA checks in, but they may never leave. Sinatra.
Wait, what?
Eh?
How did he wind up over here? And he's got a tag visor, too.
He's on the Grand Old Tour. He's a distracting 76. It's a style of play that I just made up right now.
And at some point, he is going to have to rejoin the rest of his team.
I
With
get
the
it.
visor,
No,
though,
honestly-
if his team run into this, draw the attention to themselves, you still have a visor back there. He can still melt you if that shield's facing the wrong way.
You would like to get up above and behind him.
Exactly.
They're going to be checking those corners, and now they're just going to rush in to deny that kind of angle from him, and the mad aggression from Switzerland has paid off.
Yeah, beautiful work here. Switzerland really pressing the advantage. A beautiful sleep. That's all I'm talking about. Scorpion. Surprise, surprise. You're dead.
Would you like to wake up to a 2-ton back with 2 guns pointed at your face?
I mean, at that point, Diva can't crouch, unfortunately. You just crouch down, smoosh him.
Yeah, it's a little sleep paralysis action happening there. Although Diva can kill people with the mech call down.
Right.
Which is one of my favorite ways to kill people. It's so rare, but it's beautiful when it happens.
It's a bit spread out right now. Scorpion over on the left flank, trying to open things up, maybe get a sleep on that shield once it turns the wrong way. We will have the rally getting used here, so additional armor being given to everybody on Team Switzerland. And there's the Shatter again. It connects. Muma not quite able to capitalize on the Shatter, however, and we will have a punch to the face. Helv getting caught in the corner, trying to get back over here to his team. He will get tucked back up again, and the Blizzard making life very difficult for USA.
Opening the set with Helv, and they've been much more aggressive with it. I don't think he even had his jersey on in our first set today, but now he is in the game. He was subbed in at halftime in yesterday's set, and Helv is making his presence felt.
He's doing great work right now, and they will succeed in pushing forward. 2 points picked up now for Switzerland on the home stretch here. And still just running the Mei. Looks just showing how deep his hero pool is. It feels like this guy can play anything.
Yeah, he's played very well on a great deal of heroes. I've been most impressed with his pure hit scan heroes, his Tracers and his Widows, but if you can hit these icicles from long distance, you're gonna have Blizzard up more often than not.
Oh yeah, a lot of damage. Gotta be careful there. We will have Zachary backing out. He is on the high ground though, so that is decent enough. Somehow we do get another Diva Bomb kill. Kiva just keeps coming up with the goods, finding these kills on the back line for USA. So Switzerland pushing forward. In space, not quite finding those Diva Bomb kills.
Well, with those 2 kills, they just doubled their kill count for the entire map so far to Team USA. Now finally coming to life, and they started off with 2 to begin this fight. They will end themselves with 8 as they clean up the remainder of the Swiss team. The USA off to an extremely slow start, kind of playing a little bit of off heroes, as you saw in the graphic. First time that Team USA had played Soldier 76, and now Switzerland again has forced them to take them seriously. Look at this comp. It's a serious comp now.
Yeah, now we're actually trying to play for it. Hell, again, these May walls have been working wonders for Switzerland. They keep chopping Muma out at the knees. He's got no way to stay in it. We will have, well, the slam. There it is. Zachary finds the one, but hey, team, where are you?
Oh,
we're all
back at the
spawn.
ranch. Yeah, everyone else is dying. It was a really cute little tech there by Zach to not go straight for the punch, because that's a good way to get slept. So we went for the seismic side slam and ended up getting that Ana, but all for naught as everyone else is dead.
They're getting chopped up. They're getting chopped up. Trading 1 for 1 right now. We do have the grab coming through. A little bit of the melt, and there it is. Zachary and Sinatra capitalizing on that ult. That time we had the follow through. But now we have to worry a little bit about whether or not this May is going to stay in play. Muma's been struggling with it, but now it's kind of open, so not ideal with the walls unless you put it right on spawn.
Yeah, I mean, it is claustrophobic until you get all the way to the end there, so
Yeah.
perhaps. But the wall is good at just locking down one of those side doors and
Yeah.
send your tanks over to another one and completely lock out the other. Zach is going to get peeled for by his Diva. Some nice play there to protect him as he was taking a little bit of a siesta.
Hey, sometimes you got to take a break, right? Sometimes, you just need to pause, relax, think about how many people you're going to punch in the face next. And that, that's the Doomfist life. Right there into the back line. He's got the bubble and he's got the meteor. This is why he's going so aggro. He can afford it as an out. And there we go. Space coming up with the kill on Kiva with the D-bomb.
Zachary's been sleeping half of this match. They keep hitting him with these sleep darts. The Scorpion Ana has been a thing of beauty thus far as shutting down opposing DPS, and now they are ready for this final push, a boost, a barrier, everything being committed by Switzerland that they have. Shatter should be incoming.
Yeah, that's Sinatra's grab going down. Zachary with the wombo combo takes out Remix. But we still have Muma's Shatter. Thing is that Helv has got his online as well, so it's going to turn into the mind games. They cancel each other out. Zachary wins that duel. Helv, unfortunately for him, does not.
That was another Graviton on the cart to try to save it there towards the end. The Space Jam came in, ended up getting Remix there. That lockdown, and then the fist from the sky. Switzerland looking to get aggressive again. They're going to have a lot of good ultimates. No support ultimates necessarily, unless you count Rally. Rally, I guess, suppose, is a support ultimate. It's a unique ultimate, but no barrier, no nano boost just yet. But they started off with a kill on Zachary. It's a nice opening. They don't have to worry about that Doomfist.
Another grab getting thrown out by Sinatra. Are they going to be able to catch? Yes, they are! Muma!
But I tell
With
you,
the hammer.
we were talking before we came into this match. I'm like, if you hadn't been noticing through the Overwatch League season, because he hadn't played a ton of Zarya, she wasn't super popular in the early stages. Sinatra going very far back in his Overwatch career has been an insane Zarya. One of the best tracers. That tracking kind of transfers over, to the Zarya play.
It's just the bubbles. He's nailing these bubbles. He's always got high energy right now.
You give Muma credit for that too, that he gets the bubble, he drops the shield, he eats the damage.
Well, there's the grab this time around. Shield is staying up though. The healing, the biotic nade really lent quite a bit of throughput there to USA, but they are eventually going to get overwhelmed.
I think that's a misclick there, unless they're really trying to mess around, because I believe they just nanoed Baby Diva. Space is going to be getting back into his mech, though, it looks like, at 98%. If he can stay alive and get back in his mech and start stalling this out.
Oh, buddy. Boss just, letting Remix know, hey, I can do you one better.
Space actually is going to have a self-destruct, too, and there's Zachary from behind. And it's such a great ultimate just to see where people place it, because oftentimes you're not going for the initial kill with that Space Jam, because it's pretty easily avoidable by most targets.
Exactly.
But you're setting up an area where, like, what am I going to do next? I'm going to land here, and then where are my next several combos going?
That's just cutting off the avenue of retreat. I like that. I really like the fact that you can use it as a zoning ult.
Sinatra's got grab ready again, and this is going to be the last push for Switzerland.
Yeah, this is going to be it. So Muma's got the Shatter online. No Shatter to balance it out on Helv's side, and with that sleep, it's time to go to town. We'll get the grab follow-up as well. Shinoda finds the kill on Space, but there's a whole lot of white in the kill field right now. USA doing work.
That might not be enough as they try to finish off the last of it. Reaper's going to try to get back at low health, and that means he's not going to live very long. Desperation bodies onto the point, knocked off the point. USA have been playing with him for a little bit. Lucio's going to come in at the last second and touch.
He does split the sound barrier as well, but eventually he will go down. Scorpion's, he switched over to Tracer, just being able to get back in here a little bit faster with that recall, but eventually Raucus will find that kill. And this is certainly going to be it. Not going to make it in time. 2 points for the Swiss on offense. Nearly 3, so a solid performance here on Kings Row.
It helps your team a lot to stabilize on defense when your Zarya has Graviton every single fight.
Yeah, dude, Sinatra, what was his average at the end? Minute 10, minute 12. But that is still pretty fast. That's still just like every fight, we're gonna go for it.
It's such a beautiful set play from Raucus there. He's hiding behind, he knocks on the Reinhardt, no shield, Earth Shatter up. That fight's over based on one basic ability. That might have been what he was trying to set up on Junkertown, where they did end up losing to Brazil, because he took this very odd position on the last fight. In front of the cart, trying to hide behind the crates. He got spotted out immediately and killed. That's probably what cost them that map against Brazil. But they're going for these set plays, these big plays, and when they work out, man, they a thing of beauty.
Yeah, that's the beauty of Overwatch, is seeing everything interlock together like a beautiful puzzle. You know, just click, click, snickety snack, and a whole bunch of dead bodies.
Yeah, interlock together like 2 pieces of Velcro, which was invented in Switzerland.
I thought we unsubscribed from this feed, Hex.
I didn't know I even had that one in me. It's just, I've been reading so much about Switzerland lately. It's all over the place.
Okay, then. All right. I'll have to step up on my Swiss game, get on my phone during the breaks, start looking up some factoids.
No, I just messaged Zoe and she sent me like a 4-page book report.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You gotta use your resources, man.
It could have been. I like that though. So that's a baller way of going about it, Hex. Because
if they're
there's
wrong,
a thing called Google where you could have done the work yourself, but instead you're just like, actually, I'll just have Zoe do that for me.
No, I was looking for the insider information. Anyone can read Wikipedia, you know.
All right. So you got any more?
I'm not a song and dance man. Is it on your command? I'll do it when I want.
Fine. You don't hear that music? I do right now. The countdown's about to end, and we're going to get back into the game. Now we're going to get to see what the U.S. have in store for us here on offense. On Kings Row, hey, we haven't seen this for a bit. We've actually got a Bastion in play here on defense. Shinoda, a lot of damage that the U.S. are going to have to try and find an answer for.
Yeah, 2 shields for that Bastion, and this is all sorts of damage. It's going to be damage boosted either Junkrat or Bastion. Sinatra on the Soldier 76. This is one way to deal with it. You just take up the high ground. Actually, Mumo was trying to funnel the Ana towards him, but the Ana's going to take the low ground instead. Sinatra, all sorts of rotations now.
Look at this hard point. They're all going to dive right on top of it. Multiple shields, though, going to make it difficult. But Sinatra from on top takes down the Rhine, looking for the follow-up. Hell will fall to Zachary. And just like that, the U.S., they were patient. They didn't run right into the meat grinder. Instead, they dropped in from the heavens. Beautiful work.
Yeah. Ana is going to be taken down late unceremoniously as Zachary cleans up.
Ah, man.
I actually like it from Switzerland. I try something. Kings has not been kind to them thus far today, so I'm going to get it. Zachary takes nap, exacts his revenge.
Exactly.
Look how far forward the U.S. has pushed here. Moth is on cart duty.
No fun allowed for him.
Yep. Keep an eye on his Twitter. He's got nothing else to do back there.
Oh, now you're going to get a boosted visor. This is brutal. Shinoda will eventually melt Sinatra, but it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, the nano boosted attack visor. He puts on Grandma's glasses and just shreds them all apart. Nice play there. And that used to be one of the best targets for tactical visor. You just don't see Soldier too much in the meta anymore, but we talked earlier today about the best targets for nano boosts, and we've seen all sorts of nano boosts so far, but your Winstons, Reinhardts, when it got speed boost, Reaper getting it was constant. It was that Beyblade meta. He just drops on the ceiling and kills everything. You can't kill him or run away. So Soldier 76 reprising his role. This looks like, Overwatch 2016.
Well, eventually, Shinoda to kick things off with a kill on Zachary. That's solid. Boosted up Bastion tank mode. He does so much damage, and we'll get the tire thrown in for good measure. Still hunting for a target. Doesn't find one in the end. But that's the nice thing. Just go into sentry mode. Oh, Muma gonna punch him to death. And yet this cart somehow, despite all of that, Hex, is still making progress. Space, he's been minding it.
Well, you make all sorts of space up front, and then eventually the cart's gonna arrive behind you. You keep getting kills like this. Here comes a meteor strike, and that Zari's as good as dead. Tossed out the grab though, right before the death knell. Can they capitalize? No.
And mean, you just cannot stop this. Zachary, the Doomfist right now is just plowing through everything. Well, that's very quick time so far. 5 minutes for the U.S. I think Switzerland got to this point with like 4.5 minutes, 4 minutes on the clock. So, I mean, it's a minute better, but we've got the boost and everybody's here. The Cleve party.
Somewhere Tesla is happy at his invention and still holding on to the Primal Rage. You can lock this door if you want with your Winston. They're going to try to rotate to the other side. They keep checking. Is he gone? Is he gone yet? Did he see me?
And he's still here. All right, finally, yep, there's the jump. The bubble goes down, and he can still primal when he wants to. The cart now on the home stretch, approaching the victory box. Now Muma finally deciding it's time to get angry about this whole thing. And if he can, yes, he drops him! Get out, health. No shatter for you. Perfect play from Muma.
All knocked into the air in the waiting arms of a tactical visor. You guys just got to push the cart. Space Jam comes over to the side. USA will finish out King's Row. Dominant fashion at the end of it. Up 2-0 in the series.
Looking very good, USA. And this is the level we expect. I mean, to be fair, most of these guys are Overwatch League pros, professionals, and so they have an edge, some would say. An advantage. Experience.
Yes, I believe they would be considered one of the two favorites coming into this group stage of the Overwatch World Cup.
There we go, I heard it. I heard it, the shout for Zachary. That's right, dude. Zachary is a beast.
He's, you know, he just recently has come to fame, but he's been playing professional Overwatch for quite a while, back to the Renegades team in Contender Season 0. So he's been grinding it and playing like a professional for a long time, and now finally being rewarded for it.
You know, his opportunity on the main stage, and well, you know, he's not wasting it. He's definitely putting on a show for all of us, which is what we appreciate for sure, Hex.
Yeah.
I mean, what better, he just kind of sums it all up so nicely. We were talking about earlier, you know, get out of my server. How about just like punching them out of the server repeatedly?
Right.
He's doing a pretty good job of it. So we actually have an interview now, so we'll go ahead and throw to that.
Hey, how's it going? Just having a chit chat with Rockets, you know, because that's how we do it here. We're good friends, actually. Rockets, first off, man, congratulations on the 2-0 for the first half. How you feeling about the matchup so far, man? Pretty easy?
So far, so good. We're just, you know, having fun. They're, I mean, our Kings Row is pretty good. We just want to, you know, prepare some, you know, fun comps and save a lot of strats for Canada, because that's what we're looking forward to. So, you know, not showing anything just yet.
Saving the strats, you know, good thing, good ideas. All right, so let's talk about the match a little bit earlier today. You guys had against Brazil. You weren't able to pull off the 4-0. What do you think was so tough about you guys closing out at Junkertown?
I think it was still like us just saving strats. We didn't really want to, you know, commit anything. We just wanted to play GOATs, and every team is playing GOATs. And if you want to play like, you know, fun comps, GOATs pretty much counters everything. So you have to, you know, yeah. But that was really it. They're a good team, so.
Right. All right, so last question for you, man. Since you guys are saving strategies and kind of keeping things under wraps, will you play Reaper?
No, I won't play Reaper.
Come on, man. Tear down my eye, man. Tear down my eye. Come on, yeah. Can we get more of that, please? Play Reaper. Come on, man. Oh, you know, I do got one more question for you that I want to ask before we get out of here. You are one of the few guys who are actually returning to the team from last year. You know, can you point out any standout differences between the team this year as opposed to last year?
It feels, standout differences, no. It's just more experience from the Overwatch League and whatnot. New insight, I guess, from Zachary's contenders, but, you know, it's basically just the same. We're working super hard to, you know, want to be the best country in the world, and that's what we're going to try to do, and that's what we're going to do.
All right, well, thank you very much for your time, Rockus. And with that, guys, we're going to go ahead and toss to a break. We got more Overwatch action come to you guys, so stay tuned.
The Overwatch World Cup is brought to you by T-Mobile, America's fastest network ever, and by Omened by HP, the official PC of the Overwatch World Cup.
So, hey, welcome back, guys. We are actually totally not reviewing Switzerland facts, so we can make more jokes.
I was. I
was.
saw.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. So, I mean, I do appreciate Raucus being so straightforward in that interview before going to the break. I mean, not messing around in terms of, oh yeah, we're totally hiding strats and everything. It's like Canada's the real beast.
I mean, when you looked at the schedule, everyone's like, okay, there's gonna be neat. Maybe there's gonna be some upsets early on, but as it's shaking out, it doesn't seem like Canada or the USA is going to drop a set to another team. Maybe a map here and there, but it's all gonna come down to the final game tomorrow, Canada versus USA. I believe it's set number 5. Yeah, last game of the day.
It's the last game of the day tomorrow.
So that's gonna decide
be the barn
who
burner.
wins and who loses the Los Angeles stop of the Overwatch World Cup. So other than that, yeah, they're still playing. And they don't want to lose, obviously. They want to win all their maps and bust them out. And there we go. Mimi 7 coming in. What does that mean? I don't know. I've never seen that kind of hand gesture.
Neither have I. No, we
Strange.
It's he we shall not speak of.
Do you think I can? No. Do you think I can see it again? Is that possible? Nah, I don't think he can hear me. I know he can't hear me. I've had those headphones on before.
Listen, Hex. I don't know about that, mate. I don't know.
You really don't know.
I really
Yeah,
don't
I thought you
know
were
where
setting
that was
something
going.
up.
I
and
was
I'm
trying to set something up, and then it's like sometimes where you're trying to set that thing up on the fly, and then
Yeah.
it's like it doesn't click, and then you're like, okay, I got to abandon ship.
Yeah, I know. Like,
Get out, and I'm not wearing a seatbelt like in the ship that you were on earlier in Venice
that just seems
or in
dangerous.
Vegas.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get the assault coming up next.
It was
It's gonna be
Ve-
Hanamura.
It's Venice in Vegas. Yeah, that's what it was.
I've actually been right where you're talking about.
Yeah.
It was freaky.
Yeah, no, it's good. They got like this weird painted sky as you're walking
Yeah.
through. Like that was kind of cool, but like the seatbelts are the best.
But it really is, Vegas never sleeps. Being in that place, it's like, yes, you could completely divorce yourself from time and space
Yeah.
and simply live in an indoor canal.
And I did because it was 110 degrees out. There was no way I was going anywhere else. We are going to Hanamura as it is, though. I don't think we've casted Hanamura just yet, so should be interesting to see, and especially considering Switzerland has run all of these really interesting Mei strategies. This is one of the first maps that Mei was widely used on
Yes.
because one of the only entrance really for non-mobile heroes is walking through that front door, which just happens to be the exact same size as her ice wall.
I loved it back then because you'd have guys going for the Mei wall, and then you had offense countering with another Mei wall,
Yeah.
boosting people over the wall.
Yeah.
And it was like walls on walls. It was super sick. It was so much fun the first time that came out. I was like, what?
Yeah, it was some pretty cool strategies. So if you're the USA on offense, you have to expect that they're going to be playing defense first, and it does seem that the USA is set up, with a pretty interesting defense. They're just going to play all the good heroes again. And Soldier 76 used to be another great map for him on defense here.
Yeah, we might have a pause just because.
Well, it does seem like there's a graphical error at the
I'm
very
admiring these
yeah.
things.
There's a graphical error at the very least. We've got skins kind of I don't know. They were the away team, and now they're just hanging out. Let's just admire the art of here.
Exactly. Look at that. Now they're going to be on display.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. We got. Okay, Hex.
Yeah. That was
Saw Winston there for a second.
That's more disappointing to me than when I found out that Zurich is not the capital of Switzerland, but Bern is.
Zurich has more.
I could have sworn.
Zurich has.
It is the large. It is the largest.
Zurich has a larger population. Yeah. There's 1,500 lakes in Switzerland too. I find it a travesty, personally, with my interests, apart from gaming, that English Deck is not mentioned as a national treasure.
Yeah.
Come on.
Is that a thing you climb?
Dude, he was the Swiss machine. That's
Oh,
my
okay,
nickname.
okay.
He was a total monster beast.
Fair enough. USA is on defense here. This offense is going to be the Swiss offense, and they're going to try some symmetric action right onto the point. Let's go.
I love it. I love it. Let's go straight on. Finally, some Symmetra play. So let's go ahead and take a look about it. See what they have in store for us here, because right now it is just it's really just US trying to find some angles to work with along the edges. Sinatra's still on his soldier, which is fun, and Zachary sticking to the dude.
Just a little left-click Symmetra here. It's no longer the lock-on, so you get a little bit of the skill factor there, and they're making it work just a little bit. And Luke's, you asked earlier, what can't he do? Well, that's Zarya. Doing just fine on Zarya.
Yeah, turns out he can play Zarya too. Scott.
Dude, the beam team is looking strong. You got Moira, Symmetra, Zarya. Well, what are you even going to do as a diva? They don't have a diva, so, well, actually, Space, yeah. Space is just getting melted down. Defense Matrix doesn't block steel beams.
I love it. And then, yep, another TP, straight onto the point. Let's go. The wall as well. Come and fight us on our turf.
Man, they built a wall and they're making us pay for it. Zachary's bringing it back though right now. He drops down on that Symmetra, and a couple kills on the defense means that as good as it looked for Switzerland, it is time to reset.
Yeah, great positioning there from Sinatra. Comes right in behind and mops him up. So we will have a very quick first point take. 6.5 minutes on the clock here. And it is looking like that tac visor was used so that Sinatra can change up and go for something different.
Well, there's no... Go ahead.
Well, I don't know, you can still... It looked like he was running back to spawn to change, but I mean, Soldier is another hero that we used to see a lot of on Hanamura.
Yeah,
It's looking like he's going to stick to his guns, because if you get on that high ground, you just get to have a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's still a decent hero. There's just heroes that do his job better. And so May is going to come in and really put a problem in the entry points, but they are able to get in and at least take the high ground is Switzerland. Now defense is going to try to, snug them together in the stairs and start punching away.
That's exactly it. Samir is wearing down. Zach is going to be able to get out just barely. Should be able to pick up that health pack and keep alive. Yep, he will, but Sinatra finds a kill on Mimi in the meantime. And Switzerland, without their main tank, life is going to get kind of difficult.
Is that another Graviton eaten? Because I heard the line and I didn't see a Graviton come out. Space is an absolute monster. It's living up to his name. You just launch it into space, never to be seen again. A complete vacuum of a player.
Exactly. Well, he's just absorbing all of the tears of his opponents too. He's got infinite.
Look, that's just ridiculous, though. There's an innumerable amount of objects that he has completely shut down. Probably won them Control Center by eating up that Blizzard, and that is just another grab. He couldn't even keep track. They did the interview, like, I think I ate like 5 or 6 of his grabs. That's my space impression, by the way. It's not very good. But he's just so nonchalant about it because he's just that good. USA has stabilized on the defense, and there's no map that is so different on the first point than the second point. First point, you can get in, and then you brawl around. Second point gets even bigger, and you see these doors. Beautiful wall. That's the wall you were talking about, the offensive wall to make sure you get in.
There it is, cuts it up, allows you for a point of entry. Unfortunately, you get pinned by that Mei in the corner. Nowhere to go. Switzerland do commit their ult to the fight, and Sinatra as well going at it.
Aww. Dance party hosted by Sinatra. Lucio trying to leave.
Oh, he dodges the halt.
Lucio trying to unsubscribe from SwissFax. Jumps off the edge right there. There is no escape, SwissFax. And now, back to the drawing board for Switzerland. 4 minutes left, though. It's a long map on Assault here on Hanamura. And USA has decided to reveal some interesting strategies. Zachary on Bastion, Sinatra will move over to the Symmetra. So, where's the Bastion going to be? Nobody knows. Oh, this is a pretty cool spot.
I like this a lot. This is clever. Perfect high ground. Come and fight this guy.
Yep.
Good luck. I mean, Kiva will be the only one who can get up here pretty much.
I think they spotted out because you can see the shield hanging over the edge there. So they know that walking in through here is not going to be great. See, they do have to come in eventually. Space just going to get forward and go to the back line to start dealing with everybody else. And this push is over.
Done, so, and then you just go in and punch him in the face. Zachary! Triple kill and the D-Mech. Go ahead and make it a quad, why not?
Johnny 5 is alive right there. He gets everyone down, and wouldn't surprise me to see USA just switch off this and just try something different. Yeah, why not? Dead center. The places you can put the heroes you would not expect with the new Symmetra teleporter is really cool. I think we're barely seeing it scratch the surface just yet. I mean, it's a relatively new addition introduced during the Overwatch League, so teams don't really have the time to start toying around when you need to be practicing tried and true strategies.
And he can still shoot right over the edge there. Sinatra finds the kill on Remix thanks to the turrets. Does a turret play as well. Not every day we get to see that. Space kind of hanging around. He's going to go charging right into the mix. And hey, have a bomb. Have a Diva bomb and hope that you have a shield to hide behind. It turns out that they did, but now we actually get the Sinatra wall up as well. The Sinatra Symmetra wall.
Configure motion, tank, configure, yeah, whatever. Tank mode out. Sinatra is going to get a couple kills with the beam as well. Some kills do come in for this Swiss team right now, though. Trying to get a little bit of permanent progress, but it is a walk off the edge yet again, and all their progress will go back to 0, to 20 on the clock.
2:20. We went from 6.5 minutes to now approaching 2. It's usually how it goes.
Yeah, Switzerland inspired the US to play some Symmetra. Their Symmetra strat on first point was really cool.
I think it's just a shame that it's not Muma that we're seeing on the Symmetra.
Mm-hmm.
You know, after Overwatch League the entire time. Could've
Well, I mean,
followed
Sinatra's willing to play a lot of heroes, but apparently he draws the line at Orisa.
Oh, we get another TP as well. We could change up the positioning here. Really get crazy with these angles. Self-destruct has been lobbed out on top of the roof. Will not find a target apart from that TP, but hey, guess what, Zachary? He's already in position and already ready to mow him down in droves.
Just everyone. There's got to be a big pile of Swiss bodies at the edge of that cliff because they've reset over there several different times. 90 seconds remain. Probably down to the last push here, and if you're Switzerland, you don't know where it's going to be. It's like the hidden ball in Cups game. Is it behind here? Is it behind there? No, it's behind both of them, and it's shooting at you.
And you have these sim turrets just pushed everywhere now, over the main entrance, on the balconies, just turrets galore.
All right, you fight fire with fire. Omnic with Omnic. Here comes Bastion.
Oof, that chunks. That orb does so much damage, and yet we could get the wall again. Just wall up the Bastion. Okay, then. You're not going to be able to do anything about this now. That's unreal.
That wall goes all the way across the map, and it's got an insanely large health pool. You pretty much just have to wait for it to go away. There's almost no chance you have of firing it down. They will just back out. Now, below a minute. 40 seconds remain for Switzerland to try to get some progress on second point of Hanamura.
It has to happen eventually here. We have the transfer rockets as well online, so the heals will be through. Zachary's got tank mode again, no surprise there. They're going for double barriers, doesn't matter, he's getting melted. Zachary, he just holds mouse one. He doesn't even need to move his mouse. He's just, I'll hold it on the doorway, and if they try to run through, they're all gonna die. There's nowhere to hide. You have no idea where this TP, where this tank is coming from now too. High ground right there, point blank, you're dead. Remix and Mimi, get out.
Configuration tank, we see it's not as bad if you can hit every single shot. The burst right there, and Zachary piles on the kills. 28 limbs, 18 final blows for Zachary. Able to spend more time playing with his national team today after yesterday doing some contendies.
Oh, I love it. Clever strategies. Clever strategies coming out here from US. Just feeling so confident in this matchup. And I love that too. You know, it's like, oh, you want to dive me? You're going to use that. Okay, con.
Yes.
Just TP right out and change up positions again.
Yeah, later.
It's a mobile turret. That's great. All right, well, now we get to see what's in store for us here. not looking so amused right now on the Swiss side.
I mean, just what do you even do against that? I don't even know exactly what the strategy is. It's throw every tank that you have at it. I mean, I guess in theory, it would be a Sombra EMP, and then you throw every tank at it. But yeah, even then, it seems a little bit dicey.
You're going overboard to really just...
Yeah. Space is like, I don't know, I was just playing Diva. I don't know what these guys are doing.
I don't know what you guys are doing.
I don't know what you guys are doing. I'm playing Diva.
Worst part is that he's still got the gloves on, Hex.
Yeah.
Still has the gloves on. And not even serious yet.
All right, so the USA's win condition, take any sort of progress on second point here of Hanamura. The cherry blossoms are in blue. Beautiful map.
And it is a fantastically beautiful map, you're right.
It seems
So
like
peaceful.
I wonder what Switzerland's going to do on their defense. Orisa's been very popular here. You run an Orisa with a Hog a lot of the times as well. Get that halt and hook combination if you're just going to run an Orisa at the point. But they're going to choose to run a Diva instead. So Kiba has been very good on the Diva earlier today against Austria. Had himself a quiet but deadly kind of game. Now they're going to run a Widow and a Junkrat. That is a trap. Thank you, observers. That is 2 traps. There's no sharks on this map, so you can't really spook me again. Although a quick zoom in on a Murloc would do.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to be hunting now. Hex, now you're putting them on blast.
Yeah,
like,
there's
okay.
a challenge.
Challenge accepted.
Kodos and Krang's long lost cousin. Crodlock. All right, offensively, it looks like a couple of dive tanks. You've got a Genji and a Sombra, and Ana and a Lucio. Standard stuff, no Bastion Symmetra. Anything that's not Bastion Symmetra is not standard.
Yes, and Brown straight into the fight. Bit of a tough spot here for Mimi. They're going to go ahead and collapse on the Diva. I like the target selection here. No longer a D-Matrix to worry about. Going to be difficult to get that proper stall going. And now Space just gets to run amok in the back line. Look at this Remix, going to get focused. It's just methodical, Hex. One after another.
Just, yeah, this is how you play Diva. It's a masterclass every time you watch Space behind the Diva sticks right there. Target selection. He would have had the Orisa dead to rights that he wanted to go for. He sees that there's a Mercy a little bit beyond his team, so he wants to deny that Guardian Angel, get her down, and then he'll come back for the Orisa if so need be, but Orisa's not going anywhere despite being able to gallop.
Yeah, exactly. It's very slow gallop. It's a trot.
Looking for this hack.
There it is. Gets it too. That diva not going to really be too useful for a while now. Maybe trying to take the fight to him, but the U.S. just constricting on this point. Nice shots from Rockus, keeping his teammates up. Has to be careful. Needs to give the proper support to Muma.
Muma might get this Nano just to heal him back up too. Nano did go out, didn't see the target. It is on the Sinatra blade.
Oh yeah, right here, and he's looking for targets, but they are keeping away from him. But this is forcing Switzerland out of position, trying to just dodge all of this damage. It's just, you got the rest of US, they're just crushing face now. Remix gonna get caught.
Only need 33%. Here comes the Desperation Hammond, and he's a good hero, but you gotta get all the shields on him. Speaking of shields, there comes a barrier. That bubble's not gonna do much as the Winston shield goes down. Gotta find a kill if you're Switzerland to have any hope on this map.
And, oh man, right on the edge. Still contested, still hanging in here. Mimi just gonna get focused down immediately. So much burn on those shields, and oh, US, really? Now they're drawing it out. Now they just wanna make them suffer. Maximum amount of damage. Let's go. Now you're gonna get the shutdown here on Remix. You're gonna have Scorpion as well. One after another here, Switzerland. Oh, I get it. US right now, what are they trying to do? Like pad their stats? Is that what's going on? They just keep running out. We're just gonna keep building.
Yeah, I say they are definitely playing with their food at the moment as well. Eventually, mercifully, it comes to an end. The USA wins map number 3. They win the series.
Decisive victory. Winning the series as well, but keep in mind, guys, as in Overwatch League, we will be playing all 4. So there is one more map to come, more beatings to come.
The beatings will continue until morale improves. Look, Switzerland was realistic about their chances against the USA and Canada. They're like, we just don't want to get stomped. And being stomped would be like not getting point A and then getting completely shut out. So they had some decent showings there. And then the USA is just busting out weird stuff. And this is stuff you can't really prepare for. No one plays against. And so it sends you scrambling. You have no idea how to deal with a Bastion Symmetra high ground defense on Hanamura.
Well, this is where you're going to have, because these guys, again, have to reiterate this, right? Overwatch League pros versus, you know, the guys who are trying to get into that level. But you know that this Team USA, these are all the strats that they've had all season long, just thinking about all this stuff.
Yeah.
What if we were to do this? Oh, we can't risk it in like an actual match. For them now, there's like, right, okay, hold on, that Bastion Sim strat, let's try that.
And it could not be more discordant as far as being pros and then being part-time players. We mentioned it the other day, but if you missed our broadcast, the Switzerland team, these guys have jobs. They go to school. They're part-time players, and we have some like, do you want to be an Overwatch pro? They're like, I just don't think it's possible. Like, it's very difficult to become that in Switzerland because their paths are already taken. They have to pay for their lives in Switzerland, and they have to go to university. So these guys don't play 16 hours a day like the pros they're playing against who get paid to play the game. So as long as Switzerland is putting up a decent showing, I think they should be proud of themselves.
Absolutely. No, it is good to see it, and that's the beauty of it, right? Get this main stage experience here in the Burbank studio with all these wonderful fans cheering on.
Yeah.
It's just the experience of a lifetime, so I'm really happy for these guys. But now we're going to go into it. It is the distance here, Hex. Switzerland going into Junkertown versus the US.
Yeah, the Junkertown has been an interesting map. It's a map all of its own on Escort, and so far, for the most part, we've just seen a whole lot of Bastion. And I wonder if the U.S. is going to try similar strategies, and if they can actually, you know, finish this one out. They did lose this map earlier today to Brazil, so.
I think they're going to be tightening it up. I think they do. They like map differential. You don't really want to be leaving any openings here going into your big match tomorrow.
Yeah, it's so funny because without looking at the screen, and maybe you'll believe me or maybe you won't, I was going to say, I don't think they will. I think Rockus is going to play Widow because he was the Widow for Team USA last year because they didn't really have a dedicated Widow player. So I asked him this year, I'm like, are you going to play Widow? He's like, no, we got other guys play Widow. But I could kind of see in his eye, like, yeah, maybe if I got the chance. You know, it's a great Widow map, so we'll see. Like the defense is out here. Rockus is on it, but he's still back at spawn. Unfortunately, but they don't have another DPS necessarily. Okay, Rockus on the Mei. We've seen solo support Ana. I mean, that's how much better she has gotten because the Nano Boost is a support ultimate now rather than a kind of do damage utility ultimate. You know, it does heal for a burst right away.
But then we've got Sinatra on Zen.
Yeah. So as you said, tightening it up.
Right. I mean, I guess it's just another chance for Sinatra to prove how good he is. Like, I can play all the heroes. This is fine.
I mean, mostly when these pros are all at like super high level top 500 grandmasters, they can play all the heroes.
Yeah.
They all have like 3 different accounts. That, oh, this is my Symmetra only account. It's only top 50.
Shots, nope, not living. They get out the door too quickly there, so not going to be able to split them up.
You can see the fear in Team Switzer. They're looking around
Yeah,
like,
what's
where's
going
the
on?
USA? Why are they not at the door?
Where do we go from here? Well, it is going to be it. No backing out. Got to take the fight. Shinoda missing that stun. Bit of a misstep there. It may cost him. He does manage to keep his shield up, and they are finding kills here. Switzerland. Rocka's the only one to drop a body, but for USA, that is. But Switzerland, they will make some quick progress here on the first point.
Yeah, definitely there. And now Sinatra's going to switch over to the Doomfist. That's the classic Zenyatta to Doomfist transition that we've seen just this once. And it looks like they're going to make a couple other changes to Rockus onto the Zen, Moth onto... Yeah, so much more standard. So this is all the heroes that Zachary was talking about.
Yep.
It's Doomfist, it's Sombra, it's Winston. No Hammond yet, but Ana's also really good, he mentioned yesterday. So this is what the USA is probably going to be running going forward. You know, depending on how patches change when we do end up getting to BlizzCon. If they get out of groups, it's not necessarily written in stone just yet.
Oh man, the support there for Sinatra, the fact that he lives through that, okay then. But yeah, right now this is where you run a real risk if you're Switzerland of just getting shut into your spawn. If they wanted to USA, they could have pushed aggro and just kept picking you off one after another.
Muma might have just missed his primal there because Muma's known to go very, very deep and then just get out with his primal if he has to. So he had it ready, and it might be one of those situations where I'm screaming at my keyboard. I'm like, I know I hit recall, and it just didn't go off somehow. But LAN client, not really an excuse. That one should be working.
Oh, Sinatra boosted, so we will have the Doom. I mean, he's going to chew through this armor so quickly. Doesn't matter. You got a shield? I think not. Shinoda, modern art pasted on the wall, but then Mimi does the same to Sinatra. I like it. There we go. Like for like, eye for eye.
They're going to try to still contest this. Muma's in there.
We just got it off. Do you see that? The hack just barely missing out the sound barrier.
Barely. He's able to finish that one off. Muma's got his primal going. Gonna force out a self-destruct here, and now the USA is able to get back into the mix. Sinatra most notably able to take down Kiba, I think before he was able to remech, and now gives them the choice of meaty or strike. They take the meaty, and they get struck.
Not even allowed to throw themselves off.
No.
That's not how this works. The US are looking a bit more efficient now. Minute 23 on the clock. Switzerland going through with the changes now as well. So, a bit of heals going through, but Scorpion on the Ana now, and they have gone for it. Lux is going to be on the Widow, looking to find a pick to kick things off here. USA not really giving him too many targets to work with at the beginning here. Zachary, though, might overextend, but it's pretty, he knows now that there's a Widow, and Zachary's going to put the pressure on.
Yeah, they're all spread out all over the place, all looking for flank. Zachary's in the back line. That is 3 quick kills. D-Mech and a deletion on the Diva. The Winston is not going to be long for this Junkertown map either. And now with 51 seconds left, Zachary's lined himself up in EMP. You still have Transcendence. The tank ultimate's about to come online, and with all the damage Sinatra is doing, you'd have to expect another Meteor Strike.
All right, he picked them up as well. Couple of hacks only, but they do manage to still camp it out and spawn, so they should survive. Not the best hack that he was looking for, but still, the results are there.
Now it's just a matter of getting out of spawn. Is someone going to switch over to a Bastion to try to do that? Put a Bastion on the high ground, should be able to deal with some of this and at least buy them space to maybe go touch the payload again. We're below 20 seconds now somewhere.
No fun allowed. It's just constant hacks coming through here from Zachary. You trying to get through this door? Yeah, no, you're not jumping anywhere. The focus can be good. The Meteor Strike at the door, and it looks like he will. Yep, Sinatra decide just go for the smash. They are trying to work their way around, so it's just getting a few more meters on this payload. But eventually they will get shut out. Yeah, sure enough. Self-destruct space just chucking it in there. Like, right, deal with this.
No one able to get back to the cart. That is where the payload will stop on the Switzerland offense on Junkertown. The USA playing mystery heroes to start out that composition. Playing the composition that I believe we will see from them probably against Canada tomorrow. I believe Canada will run something similar as well, and then the small moves will happen in between that comp. But right now, that's a very good composition, does a lot of damage, it's super effective in working together, and you hack somebody, then punch them in the face, what are you gonna do?
No, exactly, you got nowhere to go. And then you're just damage boosting the Doomfist. Ugh. So much pain and suffering. But at least it's quick when it's a Doomfist punching in the face.
Yeah, that is true.
All right, so
Yeah, Doomfist almost feels insulted if he has to use his primary.
Uh,
Say, I knocked you into a wall. Just stay down. Why are you getting back up? Now I gotta.
it is like, I mean, it is a little lackluster after,
Right.
just literally slamming
It's
a
like
metal
that-
fist
that
in the
really-
face, and it's just like, "Ba-doo."
Yeah. That super ramp up noise, that slam, the crater in the wall. It's like, oh yeah. Ting.
Well, let's see. We'll get a bit more of that. 45 seconds till we're live in the game, and very curious to see what the U.S. are going to be running. As far as the defense is concerned, it's looking a little bit more standard fare here. So we'll get into that in just a moment. As you guys can see, the players are there. The victory box right in front of the first point, and Switzerland running double sniper with the Hog.
Yeah, this is pretty standard on the defensive side of things. The variation is that, I mean, solo heal's fine, as also kind of standard to what we saw towards the latter half of the Overwatch League season, where your flex support would go on to a Roadhog instead. I think we even saw Jonak go over to Roadhog. Of course, Raucus would play Roadhog. I mean, so a solo heal support solo support defense, standard here on Junkertown, and it's really going to be up to Lukes and Shinoda to put some pressure on this composition of the U.S. Raucus on the Widow. I knew it was going to happen at least once.
Yeah, exactly, because he's right next to spawn, so you can just run back in real quick and change. We will have to have in Zachary. Oh, gonna get yanked in. Nice pick to start by Scorpion. Good work there with the punish. And right now, Raucus, he's just actually having the time of his life because he's got nobody to really pressure him.
Nice in spawn. Oh my goodness, the positioning for Muma gets behind the team. The flank Muma's normally reserved for his Winston, but he gets behind him and charges the Mercy out of the mix. Raucus, no, you're better than that. Don't duel with SMGs.
What? Raucus doesn't even need to kill his opponents. They do it for him.
All right, meanwhile.
Well, we saw that in the 1v1 Widow. We don't need to be here all day.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I like
I'm
that.
just glad he didn't do the machine gun crouching Widow. You know, come on. At least he had some honor, and he went down swinging with his fallen foe.
Oh, Moth at risk of getting picked off here, way out in the open. Couple of kills there. Moth and Raucus laid low. Zachary still going to work with the help of Muma here. Should be able to sneak his way out, or at least just roll his way back.
Still swinging away. Sinatra's on the Lucio of all things, just really rounding out his pool day. Here comes Zachary. Gets knocked away mid-air by the whole Hog. He was trying to drop right on the cart, but displaced.
Squeak him.
It kind of feels bad to hear him squeak in pain.
Yeah, exactly. It's terrible. You don't want to do that to a little fluffy, cute creature.
Boostio gets boosted up and solo barriers himself. Sinatra's on a mission to win this map by himself. They will clear it off. He gets himself a couple kills. Raucus with the headshot. He was going to get a self-destruct kill, but that one is all over if they choose to push. Seems like they are elected not to. Moth has had enough of their shenanigans. We'll put an end to this map. The USA will sweep Switzerland 4-0.
In dominant fashion, but this is what we expect from the level of this team, the caliber of player. USA, the gulf is there, but still, Switzerland, good fight.
Yeah.
Couple of points picked up on these maps. It wasn't a clean sweep. We have seen that happen in the past, so they've dodged that fate.
Yeah, the only thing you have to worry about a little bit is when you start messing around with stuff like this is, are you going to be able to flip that switch when you have to play against Canada? So far, it's looked like the USA can just flip that switch, and you know, when they want to play, they're like, okay, serious comp, and then they go and then they play, and it's like, oh my god, that's ridiculous what you just did right there. So despite the small amounts of maybe bad mannered play of some people, come on guys, it's supposed to be fun, right? Fun, exhibition, etc.
All amounts of bad mannered play. I just saw competitive play, Hex. I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
completely agree with you, but that is not a time for the conversation. The time is to go down to Puckett on the floor for an interview with Zachary.
Thank you so much, fellas. That's right, I just got the young gun with me right here. Zachary, how you feeling, bud?
Hey, pretty good, just having some fun on the stage.
So last night, you played in the North American Contenders, dominated there. Today, you come out dominating once again, and we saw you mostly on the hit scan characters while Sinatra was playing everything else. First off, can we just talk about Hanamura? What was it like playing that Bastion? And who came up with this ridiculous strat that involved a Symmetra and a whole lot of teleporting?
All right, so the Bastion was really fun, and it was kind of spur of the moment. Muma was like, all right, guys, we're on Hanamura. We're going to pick Orisa, Sim, Bastion. and we're gonna TP high ground. And every single fight, Muma had a different strategy on where we were gonna TP. So like we were top right, TPing on top of point so we could see them when they went under, and then we were on top of point and they would rush under. Muma said, all right, let's TP top right, and then I'd have LOS on them, and we'd just explode them. It was pretty fun.
Did you guys purposely throw that point A just so you could exploit that Bastion on point B?
No, we actually genuinely wanted to play that comp. We just got destroyed by goats. We knew that anything fun we wanted to play was just gonna lose to goats because it's an anti-fun comp.
Goats are anti-fun. I love it. Brigitte, right here. All right, last question for you. A lot of people are saying, who is this Zachary guy? We saw Jake break out for USA last year. Are you 18? Because that's how old you have to be coming into the Overwatch League, and if not, when is that going to happen?
I'm 17 right now, and I turned 18 in January 27th.
You guys want to see this man in the Overwatch League? I know, I sure do it. This is Zachary. This is Team USA with their second win on the day. Zach, best of luck tomorrow. That's going to do it for our fourth match. When we come back, we got a big one. Can Brazil finish strong? We'll find out after this.
Well, after this.
After this.
Yeah.
It works. It's fine.
Puckett just doesn't want us on camera.
Are you kidding me? No.
He's banned me from his chat 3 times, and now he's trying to ban me from the Overwatch World Cup broadcast.
All right, playing the victim card, Hex, but I'm pretty sure Puckett isn't just banning you for the sake of it. I've played with you before on matchmaking, Hex. You're not fooling me. You're not fooling anyone here.
Puckett does not accept critique.
Yeah, critique that's shouted at him at the top of your lungs.
No, they're nice.
Oh, man. All right, so...
Speaking of shouting at us from the top of their lungs, let's see what the T-Mobile Fan Pulse has to say. We want to know what you have to say. Use that hashtag OWWC2018. I don't know who had doubts about Zachary. Are you new to the scene? I had in mind no doubts about Zachary.
No, he's a total beast, and being able to prove it here on stage as well.
Yeah.
And I like it. He's got that cocky swagger going on. That's confidence. It's a good thing. You know, getting in there, just knowing this is how I can perform. Now I'm showing what I'm capable of, and it's the perfect place. You know, get into it next year. Have a strong performance at Overwatch League, and then, or rather at obviously World Cup, and then Overwatch League is the ultimate goal, which is what he said.
I think a lot of people would be surprised if Zachary's not in one of the Overwatch League teams. He's proven himself. He's taken that path to pro, as it were, through contenders. He's going to be of age, and we saw what an impact those guys who turn 18 partway through the season or even early in the season can make, Sinatra being one of them.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, Sinatra on this team, too. I really admire his Zenyatta play.
This one's great. That's a nice projectile you've got there. Be a shame if something happened to it.
Yeah, I could picture Space saying it, those exact words.
I can't, but I tried my best right there. Look, what else can you say? He just knows the game so well. It's not like you have infinite defense matrix like it used to be perhaps a year ago or so. You really have to kind of dole it out in small portions, but he just knows because he plays the Zarya sometimes too, and he plays all these heroes. He's like, I bet you they have it. I'm going to save it, sees the animation, it's just eating up. Someone's got to do an accurate count. It is over 5 of important ultimates eaten, and it's so far in the day.
No, I agree. And, well, as far as this one is concerned, Canada, the team to beat?
Well, for the USA, yeah. I mean, I don't... team to beat by who, right?
By everybody.
Yeah, I suppose.
So they are the top 2 teams in the group, so
yeah,
that is going to be the real match. That's happening tomorrow night, guys, as well.
Yeah.
Last game of the broadcast of the weekend. Don't miss it. Tune into the stream then, because that is going to be sick.
Yeah, we got some good games tomorrow, too. Everyone's going to finish out, but I think that is the one everyone is looking forward to. Will be the end of the day tomorrow, but get yourself ramped up. Get yourself warmed up with some Overwatch before, and we still got some Brazil. We got Norway, Switzerland, Austria going to round out their tournaments as well, so got a lot of good action for tomorrow still.
Yeah, and well, if you guys want to get involved on your side of things, be sure to use the hashtags OWWC, OWWC 2018, and your tweet, your opinion, your joke statement will be featured on the stream as well, perhaps. So, you know, do that. It's cool.
You did great.
So easy. So easy.
It's so easy.
It's so easy. I mean, that was about as easy as throwing diva bombs at those other guys. Casters, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I thought your ego could not get any bigger, and then after Talent Takedown, like, I'm actually a little upset we won because of how you've been after the fact. But anyway, USA.
But it was obvious, Hex. There was never any doubt. You see, it's like, I taught Zachary to be that confident, right?
Yeah, well, Puckett taught Zachary everything he knows about the fist right here, and Zachary has killed it on so many different heroes. It's not fair to nano boost him, gets charged in, and this is going to be a huge highlight reel, but let's see some Switzerland highlights as well. I mean, look, the flex DPS that we saw earlier today, today in the Switzerland-Austria match was a great display of how good Anna can be. They've all hit all their darts. She's been so good. Scorpion was very good as well. But the U.S. tank line and the coordination, I mean, every part of the USA team was just clicking when they decided to actually turn it on. I know the term sandbagging gets thrown around a lot here and there, but I think it's pretty obvious when the USA is running some of these very strange things that they're having a little bit of fun, and then they take off the weights and they start playing to their full force here. And then they put them back on and play a little Bastion.
That's, you know, they just go up to 10 times. Easy, right? Easy, easy.
Zachary having a good time, and this Hanamura match was fun to watch. It is a little bit interesting to watch that teleportation, but it's very much like when I talked about how when Orisa got released, that people didn't know how good Halt was yet. I don't think people really understand how good some of this teleportation play can be with a lot of these different heroes.
That's the end of the barrier. It's just cutting a point in half, right? Okay, we're gonna stay here and contest forever. It's paywall on steroids.
And the Meteor Strike came in, and just it forces you to reposition so strangely. And this is not even Zachary on the Doomfist. This is Sinatra's Doomfist. Right, so it's everyone on the USA has been able to flex on this, and they've got such a wide variety of heroes that they can play on nearly everything. This was my favorite play of the entire match, to watch Muma sneak around, because Muma's known for sneaking around on the Winston, but to sneak around on the Reinhardt and then charge a Mercy back towards your team was great. And then who says sportsmanship is dead? He just joins the league.
Joins with him. I mean, he has truly attained that level of mastery. He wins the fight without having to fire a bullet.
Wins by telekinesis.
Exactly. But guys, we're not done yet here in the studio. We have one more match coming up today. It's going to be Brazil versus Austria. And Brazil have definitely, well, both teams, but Brazil in particular, we got to cast them, that's why.
Yep.
But, you know, offering exciting games going the distance. And those guys are fun to watch, so you're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be coming up after the break.
The Overwatch World Cup is brought to you by Omen by HP, the official PC of the Overwatch World Cup, and by T-Mobile, America's fastest network ever.